Week, what Congressman Jeff Van Drew did a year ago, leave the Democrat Party. They will join me on the unity Joe Biden says he will lead with 10 days until Inauguration Day. All that and a lot more as we look ahead right here, right now on Sunday Morning Futures. And first this morning, we have breaking news of yet another devastating blow to free speech. Just 24 hours after Twitter permanently suspended President Donald Trump, Google, Apple, and Amazon have now all banned Parler from their app stores, which experts say could destroy the company financially. Before its removal, Parler surged to #1 in Apple's App Store, with 1.5 million downloads on Saturday alone. Joining me right now in this exclusive interview on the telephone with reaction is the CEO of Parler, John Mates. John, it's good to have you this morning. Thanks very much for being here. What is your reaction and the impact to this squashing of Parler?
Well, thank you for having me on. Well, it's devastating is what it is, and it's an assault on everybody. I mean, they all worked together to make sure at the same time we would lose access to not only our apps, but they're actually shutting all of our servers off tonight, off the internet. So they made an attempt to not only kill the apps, but to actually destroy the entire company. And it's not just these three companies. Every vendor from text message services to email providers to our lawyers all ditched us too on the same day. And they're trying to falsely claim that we were somehow responsible for the events that occurred on the 6th.
This is absolutely extraordinary that you see this coordinated effort on the same day that the president is banned on Twitter. You've got Google and Instagram removing Parler, and now last night late, Apple removes Parler as well. What are you going to do? John, can this put you out of business?
Oh, I mean, it would put anybody out of business. I mean, they could destroy anybody. If they did this to any app, any company, it would completely destroy them. And we're going to try our best, to get back online as quickly as possible. But we're having a lot of trouble because every vendor we talk to, says they won't work with us because if the Apple doesn't approve and Google doesn't approve, they won't. And they've given us no legitimate remedy. They've tried to, ask us for to cooperate with them on a few things. We've tried to give them everything that they wanted, of course, without sacrificing our principles, but there were remedies to do it, and they just don't care. They just don't want us on the internet. They just want to get rid of us.
So what is the reason that they are saying that they want you out? I mean, I know that the company has been incredibly successful, as many people have called out social media for censorship, for censoring news. Twitter would not run the Hunter Biden story during an election. They locked out the New York Post from Twitter. Google has created algorithms potentially that will also censor information. There's been attacks on Parler because of your open free speech approach. What is the reason that they're giving you for shutting you down?
Well, like I said, they claim that we somehow were responsible for the what they call the insurrection on the 6th, which, we've never allowed violence. We've never allowed any of this stuff on our platform. And we don't even have a way to coordinate an event on our platform. So they somehow want to make us responsible. And this seems to me like an excuse to just basically eliminate free speech at a convenient time, for them. It does, because, we've grown so much. We were #1 on the App Store the day that we were, removed for quote unquote violence. And the same day that horrible violence was trending on Twitter. And so it's an obvious double standard. It's obvious collusion. And they're doing it, to stifle free speech and competition in the marketplace. And this could happen to literally anybody.
This is unbelievable. And I know that as the lead up to this, President Trump was saying that these companies are way too powerful, and he wanted to find a way to roll back Section 230, which, of course, gives them immunity from any lawsuits. It protects them, their liability. And all throughout that, you said, no, we shouldn't pull back Section 230. It would hurt everybody. And now we see how powerful these companies truly are, John.
Yes, and it was actually about a week or two ago that we actually changed our stance on 230 due to some new knowledge that we had from our legal team, who actually just fired us over this too. So I totally see the danger here. I mean, what they're doing and the amount of power they have is not just frightening. It's actually extremely scary.
So you're saying it's not just Apple taking you off the App Store. There's also movement to just shut down your servers, pretty much shut you down.
Yes. Amazon is the largest cloud storage vendor in the world, and we use them to host our servers, hundreds of servers. And they gave us they said, you have 24 hours to get all of your data and to find new servers. So, where are you going to find 300 to 500 servers in a 24-hour window, and how can you send all of the data from everybody out to them in a 24-hour period? It's an impossible feat that, we're going to handle as best we can to get back online as quickly as possible. But, there's just some things that are almost basically impossible.
Unbelievable. John Mates, we'll be following the story. We're going to see you this upcoming week on Mornings with Maria. I am back in the chair on Mornings with Maria on Fox Business. We'll talk to you then. Thanks so much, John Mates, for joining us. We, of course, will continue covering this critical story. Joining me right now to weigh in is Congressman Devin Nunes. He is the ranking Republican on the House Intelligence Committee. He's been battling big tech censorship for years now, and he warned about it in his book, Countdown to Socialism. Congressman, good morning to you. Your reaction to this playing out?
Well, Maria, when I wrote that book, I was hoping to warn Americans so that they would vote right and that maybe this wouldn't happen and this could be prevented. Unfortunately, it's far worse than what I could even imagine. The effect of this is that there is no longer a free and open social media company or site for any American to get on any longer. Because these big companies, Apple, Amazon, Google, they have just destroyed what was likely, Parler is likely $1 billion company. Poof, it's gone. But it's more than just the financial aspect of that. Republicans have no way to communicate. It doesn't even matter if you're a Republican or conservative. If you don't want to be regulated by left-wingers that are at Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, where you get shadow banned, nobody gets to see you, they get to decide what's violent or not violent, it's preposterous. So I don't know where the hell the Department of Justice is at right now, or the FBI. This is clearly a violation of antitrust, civil rights, the RICO statute. There should be a racketeering investigation on all the people that coordinated this attack on not only a company, but on all of those like us, like me, like you, Maria. I have 3 million followers on Parler. Tonight, I will no longer be able to communicate with those people. And they're Americans. And by the way, unlike the fake social media sites, we know that everybody that's on Parler, because you get certified, there's a number, it's actually a very, very safe platform. And if you break the law on Parler, the FBI can subpoena to find out who those people are. If you break crimes on Facebook and Twitter, good luck. Good luck trying to find out who they are. So Parler's went above and beyond. It's one of the reasons why I didn't go to Parler, 8 months ago, because it was a Republican platform. I didn't know if it was Republican or not. I went there because I knew that I could express my thoughts freely, and that I knew that the list, as I post something, was going to be there, and that Facebook and Twitter weren't going to be manipulating it.
I think it's worth mentioning that Apple has not removed TikTok from its App Store. You can still download TikTok. Yeah. And all of these moves certainly feel like communist China, where there is this crackdown on free speech. You are an elected official, Devin Nunes. What are you going to do about it?
Yeah, their hypocrisy knows no bounds. If you actually, I don't know if you, I just want to, it's worth repeating what the CEO just said just a minute ago. Trending yesterday in the Twitter sewer, which is a sewer. There's child pornography, foul language. That's why I don't use it. I don't promote it. I don't want my children on it. Hang like Pence. What's trending on Twitter yesterday. Now, I think that's violence. Is Apple deleting the Twitter app from the App Store? Hell no. These CEOs that are doing this should be prosecuted criminally. So look, I've been talking to many of my colleagues, Republicans on the House side, and a couple senators. We're going to look for legal options. Do we have any legal options? Do we have our First Amendment rights? Are they being violated? Can we get this? The Supreme Court, these federal judges have got to step in. That's number one. But look, legislatively, you have to understand, this is not about big tech and that they're just in Silicon Valley and they're just trying to make money. No, they're working for the Democratic Socialist Party. They're being cheered on by this. They are state-run media. And really, it's the communication system. So you have, that's how you people.